It's an important part of being young, you know, you want to find out who you are and the people that you hang around with and your friends and, you know, finding out what you fit in with.
I was a goth, like quite emo for a while.
I went through a Grebo stage, baggy trousers, chains, the whole shebang.
I went through a stage of wearing black nail varnish and black eyeliner.
I had like my lip pierced and like the back of my neck pierced.
Everyone's got their own little groups and everyone has their own little identity, so you're kind of trying to fit in.
Teenagers are actually, you know, they're going through the independent stage. They're growing up and they are going to start trying to find out who they are, what they believe in and what they like. It's about community and feeling part of a group, which is enormously important to young people.
I don't know whether I did it to really fit in. I think I was just sort of exploring my own identity. I think it takes a while to find who you are and stuff. You kind of need to grow, so you should be allowed to a certain extent to experiment and see, you know, what kind of things you like and how you want to be portrayed.
They have very fragile self-esteem in the teenage years. They're becoming very self-conscious, very aware of their bodies. So it's very important not to tease unkindly. Don't demean them, don't diss them, as they would say. If they like certain styles, if they like an emo thing or they like that certain thing, you know, try and get involved and actively find out why they like it. You're not supposed to be the friend with your mum and dad at that sort of age. You don't really want your mum trending up and dressing the same way as you. You want them to be a parent. So accept that and be confident with that. That's your role. If your child is interested in tattoos and piercings and things, it may not be for what you want. So again, I would sit with your child and chat with them, actually look it up on Google or whatever you're going to do to see where you go, how it hurts, what the dangers are.
For any parent, we would advise them that you have to be 18.
She wanted one in her hand, but it's not a very good idea. Maybe they will tell her, no, we can't give you a job because of that.
If we're talking about teenagers, they're going to be wearing that tattoo for a very, very long time.
There are risks that, you know, that can happen, like bad things can happen to your tattoo and stuff. Mine got infected, so yeah.
One of the things to think of if you're planning on getting pierced is to find a really reputable piercing studio. So the things you probably want to be looking for is to go and see if the studios are clean. Any good studio should let parents come in and have a look around the studio and kids if they want to.
I think my mum's just kind of got used to it. She doesn't like when I got these on, she didn't like it.
I think it's very important to take the long-term view. Yes, it's important to get on with them now, but see the bigger picture to your parenting, where you're trying to guide them and help them. And in 5 years' time, will this incident really matter? If not, well then be flexible and let some of it go.
They always say, oh, it's a phase, she'll get through the other end, it'll be fine. I think I was hopefully wasn't too peer pressured into looking a certain way, but yeah, you're affected by what your friends are wearing. If you're being influenced in a negative way by negative people and it gets to a harmful stage, like, I don't know, you're starving yourself or you do anything to look a certain way, I think that's when it gets a bit too much.
They want to be liked by their peers. It's very, very important, almost more than their family at that time.
I think if you look back to when you were young yourself, everybody's got to have, you know, the right to choose for themselves, to decide, you know, how they want to look and feel free to be able to do that.
As you get older, you find your way, don't you, and you finally come to accept yourself.